What's up, ladies and gents? CenterStrain01, your host here, and I haven't done a Mortal Kombat video in a while, and I just want to let you know that I have been obviously streaming this game like 8 hours a day, dude. I've been obsessed with Mortal Kombat, and I have gotten to the point where I am so much better than I've ever been at any other Mortal Kombat game. Right now, I'm just working on my second character, which is Scorpion. My first is Kung Lao. Now, I know a lot of people say that Kung Lao probably isn't that good, but the reason I like Kung Lao so much is because he has so many different types of attacks, so you can always keep your opponent guessing. Well, Scorpion is another one of those characters that a lot of people are going to say he's good to use as a beginner, but you don't really want to use him if you're an expert player, because everything he does rolls off of pretty much one string, and that string is always going to be a mixture of different combos to lead into the string, but it's always going to be the teleport. The teleport is what really kind of just does everything. So you can see what I'm rocking with here. I've got the spear, the hellport, air hellport, death spin, and the burning spear. And the burning spear is actually really great because it gives you a damage boost. So it's going to make things a lot better for you. So I'm going to show you guys a few combos that I've managed to be able to pull off here, and you can take a look at them. If you like these kind of videos, let me know, and maybe I'll do some other ones here, as I've been really playing a lot. So Scorpion has a lot of different ways to go in for the attack. He has a few different combo starters. So if we're looking at combo starters in general, then this is what I usually want to start with. These are like 3 of them that I can choose from. So I'm going to use the terms that relate to every single console as opposed to the universal terms. So what that means is, if you're holding an Xbox controller, X is 1, Y is 2, A is 3, and B is 4. Same thing equivalent to square is 1, triangle is 2, X is 3, and circle is 4. Hope that explains a little bit of what I'm doing. So it's always going to be X, Y, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So with that being said, first things first. He's got a few different types of ones that start with low or medium. So this is one of his ones, I believe, that starts with low. It's going to be forward, 4, 2, 3. Pretty cool. Now you can just do the first two, forward, 4, 2. It's a little bit hard for me to say that, but that way you can lead that into a combo. So you can special cancel that into, let's say, your spear. So that gets you going into that without amplifying. There's already, 155 going in there. So we've already figured out what we could go into. So this is one of the ones that I normally go into. So I never finish it. I usually just do this and then go into whatever combo I want to do. Get you about 58. It's not one of the high ones, but the reason you may want to do this one is because you're starting with a low into an overhead. So that literally means they have to block low. So they literally have to go like this, and then they have to stand up. So if they continue to block low, well, they're done. That's it. No more. Very easy. They're not always expecting it, so just remember that if it starts with a kick, block low, and then you can go up. Another one that I like to do to start is forward, 3, 2. This is another good one because it's the same situation, but almost backwards. So forward, 3, 2 starts with a mid, followed by an overhead, then a low. This is a really good one. So again, you special cancel and you don't do the final one. So you just, you can do the full combo and go into your spear. What it does is it cancels the low. Even though you press it, it cancels the low. So it's not like you can go, you can do that, but then you're not doing the actual spear move before the spear. So there's like 2 spears, if that makes sense. So adding the 2 in there gives you that extra hit. If you just do the 3, then you're only doing a kick into the spear. And you don't want to do that. It's not going to give you as much as 154 as opposed to 177. Yeah, it's 20-point difference, but it means a lot when you add a few other factors in there. So there's another one that I go into. Again, to recap, there's the first one, which is the forward, 4, 2, 3. Or if you want to special cancel that, then just leave out the 3 at the end and go to your spear. You see that's 157 as well. So they're almost both, you know, as you can see, the better one is the second one, the one we just did. That's 177 as opposed to 150 something. So, but this is keeping your opponent guessing, right? So I'm a noob at teaching these kind of things because I'm a noob in the game itself, right? So I'm just trying to give you guys something, you know, this is how I look at it when I'm going into my character. So as far as next, all right, I've showed you those two. We have another one, but this one is different. This one starts with back. So this one's going to be back 1 4. All right. That's the one that you can cancel into. So, but you can also do back 1 4 1. That's finishing it, but that also means you can't special cancel that. So you won't be able to do like because it ends the combo. You can't do, yeah, it takes time, therefore you can't do your spear after that. So you just leave out the last one in that case. You don't do the 1 again, and you just do back 1 and 4 into your spear. And as you can see, it's 157, 77 again, the same as the first one we did. So there's 3 different combinations to start out with just on the ground alone that you can easily pull these off. So I'll do all 3 and you can kind of take a look at them. There you go. Now, if you want to look at the actual moves of what I'm actually pulling off, they're right pretty much here. So there's one of them. X, B, and X, but all we're doing is the Eternal Vengeance. So there's the, technically that's the third one. Then if you wanted to go for the, let's see, X, B, X, B, A, Y, and A. He's got so many, like, just absolutely great ones. Then there's this one. But we haven't done that one yet. We've just done the BY. So then we got the Inner Demons that we've done. So there's like 2 of the ones that we've done. We're on the other side. So you got the XP again, into your spear. And then you've got the Inner Demon into your spear. And the other one was just the AY. So again, the AY was, let's see, right here. Hack and slash. So there you go. There's the ones. Now, what I actually do is when I go into the move list and I'm looking at the spear, so you guys can see what spear is, right? So there it is. So you just do one of those and then you follow that to the spear. You don't do all 3 in a row because you can't. So you just pick one and you follow it into the spear. That's a basic, simple, easy combo to get into. And we haven't even got into amplifying it yet. Once you actually start amplifying, I want to turn that down a little bit. Hopefully you guys have been able to hear me. It really, really makes a difference, and you'll see that here in a sec. So again, I'll do all 3 one at a time with the spear. Then we're going to start amplifying and see what that changes into. So we'll start from the top and go to the bottom. And I'm always doing this from the left side just to make it as simple and clear for you guys. That's wrong way. So as you can see, that one technically is the best. Hack and slash into spear is the best because it gives you the most damage. And you're going to see me use that a lot in my big combos. All right, so now let's add the amplify. So you've already seen all the special moves that we're doing here. So add the amp. So now you're going to do the same exact thing, but you're going to hit RB at the end of the spear, and you'll see what this does. So we'll try Eternal Vengeance, and then we'll go through the list again. As you can see, that's what it does. But notice, it gives you less damage. Okay? But there's a reason for that. It gives you less damage. So we'll do it one more time, and I'll show you the difference of what it did. There's the 157 without the amplify. And there's 121. Now, you notice that with the amplify, it put him in front of us as opposed to doing that slash behind. What this does is this gives us an opportunity to continue another combo. So technically, you could do the Eternal Vengeance into a spear amplification, into an Inner Demon, into a spear amplification, because you have 2 attack meters that you can use at the bottom left of the screen of where I am. At the bottom left, you see those two. Every time you do an amp, now you see one goes away, you do another amp, the second goes away, okay? And then you have to build that back up. So with that being said, let's do Eternal Vengeance into an amplified spear, then an inner demon into an amplified spear. There you go. Now, you notice that it didn't necessarily connect. You got to be super fast when you're doing the connection. So that right there could actually be blocked if you're not quick enough, which is why sometimes it's not a good idea to do something like that, because it depends on how long your second move takes. There is a thing called frame data, and frame data is very important. You see the startup, active recovery, hit advantage, block advantage. That means a lot, okay? So if the numbers are too high, if the numbers are in the negative, then that means you're not, it's going to have a little bit of a reaction time. It means that your character, when he's pulling off the move like this, it takes him a little bit of time to put his sword away, to do whatever he's doing. So if he's doing a spear and you're amplifying, and I try to do this, as you can see, sometimes it won't actually do it. So what I'm going to do is I'll try it again and see if I can actually pull it off. As you can see, it did not connect. It did not do both of them. Therefore, you wouldn't be able to get that one. That one particularly just means you wouldn't be able to do it. Maybe there's another one that you can actually do. Like say if we have a regular combo like 2-1-2. Depending on how fast 2-1-2 is, you might be able to do this. So you're here. Okay, we didn't do it that time, but normally you can. There you go. As you can see, all we did was the spear into 2-1-2. So spear, amplify, 2-1-2. Very, very simple to do, and it connects with each other. Perfect. So you could, if you wanted to, you could do 2 spears in a row. Although I don't know why you'd want to, because it doesn't make any sense. It takes too long, so they would be able to block it. So it's not something that can actually combo into itself. All right, so I've showed you those 3 main combos that I like to use when I'm on the ground. This is all ground. The reason we're keeping them on the ground in this instance is because once they go in the air, then they have a chance to use their defense abilities, which is burn their entire defensive meter to be able to get out of the juggle. And that means that your moves won't be able to hit, they'll go down, and you'll have to start all over again. We don't want to do that. We don't give them the chance to do a wake-up attack, to do something like that, but that's for another video on wake-up attacks. That's totally different. That's defensive. We don't want them to do that. So if you keep them on the ground, then you're just making things easier for yourself, because they don't have to mess with that. So what I just did there was hack and slash into the spear into 2-1-2. Very, very simple. And it connects, and you just got 209 damage, and you only used 1 bar, which means it, as you can see, is filling up on the left. All right. So again, you mix and match. You try to do different things. There's another combo that you can do that I've yes. So we were doing hack and slash, which is with Dark Soul, YXY, and it also has a crushing blow, which I'll show here in a little bit. But you could say do Torment if that's what you wanted to do. So you've got these 2 options that you could go into. Both of these will connect from either one of the top 3 into a spear, amplify into either Dark Soul or Torment. Let's see the differences. All right, first off, you want to see the differences between Dark Soul and Torment. There's Torment, that's 111. There's Dark Soul, that's 112. So, if you wanted to, Dark Souls hits a little bit heavier, but notice where they attack. High, mid, mid. High, mid, mid. They're both the same. So really, I mean, they're interchangeable. It doesn't matter which one you do because they can block it either way. If they've already blocked this, well, if you get the spear off, then you're good. If you obviously get the spear off and you do the amp, they can't block it, so you're good to go. So let's say we did the spear into amp, Y, X, Y, 144.78. Spear into amp, X, X, Y. 144. So you can see that Dark Souls is a little bit better. So if you wanted more points to take off, then that's how you do it. So you notice the numbers. We're going to do it again. You see what it says? 144. Think of that on a scale to 1,000. So you're taking 14% damage off by doing that combo. Okay? So the spear does its own. 70, 90, 144, boom. That's how much 140 is on your thing. It's 14%. So look at it like that. All right, so next up, I've showed you pretty much 3 different combos that you can go into. Again, my favorite is hack and slash into a hack and slash into spear into Dark Soul. Very, very easy to pull off. Now, there's other things that you can also do. We've been keeping them on the ground, which is very, very important to keep them on the ground. It's great. There's another special move that you can do. All right, so I've showed you all those. We're going to take those off now. And now I'm going to show you the coolest combos here. If you guys want to see more videos on other, characters and things like that, then I'm more than happy to show you. So here is the Mac Daddy of Scorpion special moves. All right, it is the Hellport. Okay, first of all, we're going to put Burning Spear out there because I'm going to show you the differences that Burning Spear does to not using it. So Hellport, you can also do Hellport in the air. It's the same exact thing, just be in the air. It's as simple as this. This is Hellport. It's going to be down, back, 3. It's a teleport. You're teleporting from one side to the other, and you're doing one simple hit. It's a 50 mid. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but you're going to see just how great it is. Now, you can do these very, very fast, but you have to wait till your character gets back into his resting position before you can do it. So get used to seeing when Scorpion kind of lets down the spear a little bit, and you can do these if that's your thing. And this doesn't cost any meter. So this is the basic, best combo starter you could do. You don't have to do this as the combo starter again. You can do what I showed you before, which was like one of those 3 combos into this, and then that works the same as it would the spear. Okay, although I think the spear you're going to get a lot more damage because you're doing like this and the slash, which is 110, as opposed to the Hellport, which is just 50. But once you amplify the Hellport, it changes the entire game. It lifts them up in the air. Now what that does is change the game. So let's say we're doing the Hellport into YXY. All right? So we're going to amplify. The only way you can continue off of the Hellport, only way you continue, because all that does is just leave them there, and it doesn't do anything after that, so you can't really... You have to amplify it. There's not enough time for you to continue a combo if you don't amplify. See? Because it takes too long for your character to recover, and he's already ready to block whatever he needs to do. So you got to amplify in order to be able to continue to use these combos. So we're going to do a Hellport into the 2-1-2, right? Remember, this is the 2-1-2? All right, here we go. There you go. 197, and you used 1 bar. All right, so that's just one way of doing it. Now, if you're looking for small, short combos, these work really, really great. Now, you can also do the other one, which was the XY, because I'm using Xbox, so it's 1-1-2. So you can do the teleport. And that one, that actually gives you more. Did you guys see that? It gives you more. Well, yeah, let me look at that again. Hold on. See, sometimes these are hard to pull off. You have to understand what juggling is. Juggling is all about knowing exactly when you need to press the next chain of events. So when you're doing 1-1-2 after the Hellport amp, you need to make sure you wait until he's lower on the ground. That way you can actually pull it off. Okay? Simple as that. And the 2-1-2 is even harder to pull off. As you can see, the timing is very, very tough to do. See, and sometimes you get the first 2 hits off, They're very, very tough. But you can see they do about the same damage. So my recommendation is if you're doing the Hellport into one of those combos, do 1-1-2. That's going to be your best bet. Because you got more time to think about it. See, it was even too early. It's tough. There you go. Easy, simple 197 combo, which takes up 1 bar. All right, now, let me tell you what doing Burning Spear adds to that. This is your Burning Spear. All it does is make your spear do more damage. So, we just took something that was 198 into 246. Is that awesome? Bam, look at that. And it's still going. Notice how my spear is on fire. It'll stay on fire as long as you're doing combos. It'll keep going. But you can only do combos for so long. After about 10 seconds, it'll go away. So, count it up. Eventually, if you don't do anything, it's going to go away. So, if you're trying to find an opening, whatever, you could do hits here and there, whatever. But the whole purpose of the Burning Spear is to try to make sure you get in combos while you have it activated. So again, the best combo for you to do that's going to give you, or try the other one, just because you can't really connect it as much. But let's see what the damage rate is at on that. 232. So you still don't get as much damage as the 1-1-2. So I don't really think you should do 2-1-2 in these situations. I think you should stick to 1-1-2 because if you're getting it off, you already know that you're good, so you should be able to pull it off piece cake. Wait till they're a little bit lower, probably about waist height for you. Pull it off every time, 246. Very, very simple to do. Now, I'm giving you the basics of each and every single combo that we're getting into. This is why this is going to be a long video to really kind of go in deep into Scorpion. All right, so I've showed you 2 very basic, simple combos that you can pull off, keeping him on the ground and then also getting him in the air. But again, once you do this, right there, that moment that your opponent is in the air, that is when whoever playing that opponent can hold down LT or L2 and then press down on the direction pad, and then they can actually get out of it. So that means you can't keep them up in the air. So it's kind of like when you start to do your second phase of it after the amp, you'll go 1-1-2. It'll hit them maybe once, but then they'll just go right through it. So then you'll be missing 2 times. So you got to keep that in mind, that once you start getting them in the air, if you're playing up against a good player, they're most likely going to use their defensive meter and not allow you to keep that combo going. Now, once they do that, they can't do it again for a long while. Defensive meter takes a lot of time to build back up. So that if they do it, you need to pay attention. And that's the one that's on the left side of the screen facing up. So as you can see it on the left there, 2 bars. That's how you know. If they're using that and you see that go all the way down, that means you can now do that combo and you don't have to worry about it. You can do it all you want. You're good to go. You can't do anything. Okay? Simple. And once it builds back up to full, then he can do it again. Now, if they have 1 bar, then they can do what's called a wake-up attack. But that has nothing to do with the combo. You just want to get out of the way so that you don't get into that. But that's, again, another video. All right, so I've showed you those few so far. I mean, pretty basic and simple. All right. What I haven't showed you is, let's say we do, my favorite of the combos, which is the 3 and 2, forward 3 and 2, right? Remember this one? Right? What if you did the spear forward first and then you did that? Right? There you go. 152, easy, simple combo, and it works perfectly. So there's different combinations you can do. Find the one that you can pull off the best. Sometimes it's hard for me to press back to do that combo because it's back 1 for 1, and for some reason I'm not very good at hitting back when I want to do it. I want to let go of the D-pad and just do it the regular way. And if you try to do 1 for 1, nothing will happen. You gotta hit back. Just on the first hit, then you can let go. But you gotta get the timing down. It's pretty tough to do. So what I normally do is just continue to press back. because then I can go ahead and get out of the way in case they do a wake up. Notice the space I'm giving him there? This is, trust me, this right here, if you did this over and over, unless they're a really good player or they know a thing or two about Mortal Kombat, they'll be able to get out of that. But most of the time, they won't. They're going to be so confused on what's going on because they've got to do a low, they've got to do high attack. It's crazy. But you can defend this simply by just holding blocking down. But a lot of people don't know that. Some people block high, and then the low hits them. Maybe they just duck, thinking they can duck the move, but they can't. They're going to get hit. Lots of different ways that you can do that. So, all right. So I've showed you a bit of that. So what we're going to do is I am going to show you one of my coolest combos that I can do. It's not as difficult to pull off. It's a little bit easier. So, and it's going to deal with what we've already pretty much been going over, right? So I showed you the Hellport, which is what we're actually going to start off with the Burning Spear because I want to show you the differences between the damages. So Hellport, then we're going to bring up that combo attack of that I like so much, right? The hack and slash. There you go. All right. So we're just going to be doing this combination right here. Now just remember the Hellport requires the amp. So you know you can't do any of these combos unless you bring the amp in. All right. So we're going to follow that up by a spear as well. And just remember that you can have the spear amped or not. It's up to you. If you want to keep the combo going, then amp it. If you don't, then that's fine. So start off with the Burning Spear. Okay. Hellport. Yes, so I just kind of blew your mind right there. If you're new to Mortal Kombat, I probably didn't blow your mind if you're not new. But all I did was the Burning Spear into the Hellport amp, into the hack and slash, right into the spear amp, and then I finished it up with my favorite on the ground combo. Well, when you're doing it singular, my favorite which is the Dark Soul. Notice how this says Crushing Blow, triggers in a combo with 8 or more. So that means when you get your combo going, if you've and you look at the top left and you can see just what our combo is. Check this out. Look at the top left. You see the numbers, 3 hits, 6, and we already had 8. So as long as you do Dark Soul with 8, then you're completely fine. Okay? Now, that's how you pull it off. Just any combo that you end with Dark Soul, and it's 8 or more, you will get that string one time a match, only once. So you got to keep that in mind, because if you're doing like something completely different like this, which is different than what I just did, same thing, but you can see how I got significantly less points, right? But then I amp it. Ended right on 8, got 301, but that's because I've got my Burning Spear on, because you get way more points. And you're still taking damage. Notice how. You're still taking damage. When you do the Dark Soul Crushing Blow, you will continue to drain the enemy's health for about 4 seconds. All right? So I want you to take a look at that one more time. I want you to look at the top right of Johnny Cage's screen. You're going to see his health meter go down. After I'm done with all my combos and I'm not even touching him, I want you to watch that meter continue to go down. All right, he's down. It's still going down, and it just reached below, what is that, 30%? So that combo right there, total, after everything's said and done, is over 30% damage. Yeah, timing is very crucial. And I'm failing. Oh my god. So, I'm still a noob sometimes in this, alright? See, even though it says 259, 261, it goes all the way to 300. So you gain another 40 damage to get to 300. So that's pretty cool. Very simple, easy combo to pull off, and it only costs 1 meter. So that's just a very, very simple one. And all I did on that one, and it's not on the screen, but all I did was the Hellport into, or Burning Spear if you want, Hellport, amplified. Then I just tapped 1, 1, to keep him in the air, and then I did a spear. So 1-1, then spear. And as you can see, that time it only pulled off one. So sometimes you get two, sometimes you get one. It just depends. There's two. There you go, 197. Now you will get different points. That's going to give us more. 277. Now look, it's way below the check on 3. So that is about 325 maybe total damage because we did the 2 hits. Now let's say you added a kick, a standard 3 kick. This is the kick, right? All that is just hitting the 3 button, whatever on your controller. On Xbox, it's A. On PlayStation, it's X. Very simple. Just doing that instead of doing the 2 hits that I did before. So it looks something like this. If I pull it off. Right there. Notice how we're already at 201. Already at 201 before we even did our crushing blow. That's going to give you significantly more damage than what the punches. Okay, we didn't finish it though. $285. So you're doing even more. It looks like that's going to end at about 330, maybe. So a little bit more, not much more, but the kick does definitely give you a lot more. Now you can even, and this is when you're going to start to get into like the very, very advanced stages where you actually do a jump kick into it. And that's just when it gets very, very, very tough if you want to try the jump kick. So it'd be like this. See, it's very tough to pull off. As you can see, that's very, very tough to pull off. But you can't do the spear after it. You have to do something else. So what I normally do is I do another Hellport with an Amplify, and that gives us an amazing amount of damage. If you can, it's really, really tough to pull off. There you go. See? 213. And we can continue that combo. But you just got to be better than me. I'm not as good as some people. See, sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes you have to really push yourself forward because you can still continue it. It's just really tough to do. Very, very tough. But you can do the spear if you wanted to. I can do it. Very, very tough to do. Man. There you go. Look what we just did. 321. So do you see what you can add? And all we did was the Hellport into a jump kick, into another Hellport, both amplifications, into a spear. Very difficult to pull off, but you're going to be able to do it once you get a little bit better. My biggest problem is I just started learning how to do the Hellport after a kick, and it's very tough to do. Because I think I'm not pressing the buttons in the right. See, I'm not pressing the teleport fast enough. It's very tough. See? There we go. And still, you can still be late. So it's these are tough combos. It's all about timing. Okay? It's all about timing. But see, when you start getting into the advanced stuff, that's when it really gets crazy. So when you put your burning spear on, and then you go in with a jump kick, and then you do this here, and then you do that, and then you go into everything else, it gets freaking crazy. So let's say we did the burning spear. Oops. Sorry. $438. We just took off in one combo. It took both meters, but in one combo, almost 50% of their lifeline. And just that one combo. And that is actually not a difficult. That's the easier combo to pull off. And I'm going to show you that one right now. This is probably one of the easier advanced combos to actually pull off. So we didn't even... Yeah, so you start off with your burning spear. Then you go into your helport, okay? Then you're going to do, you know, one of my favorites, which is the hack and slash. Once you do the hack and slash, you're going to go right into the spear with the amplification. It's always amp when you have a spear in your helport, all right? And then once you amplify that, then we do what is considered a really, really cool combo, which is this right here called the Wrath. Now, this is only available if you have the special... you got to go into customization, and you got to use that where you have the spear, this right here. So that's something you have to dive into customization to get. It's not something you just start with. All right. So here's the combo. Just remember that the helport and the spear both have amps with them. So you burn it. $361. Now wait, there was something that I'm missing there. Hold on. Did I not do... Oh, you gotta start with the jump. I'm sorry. I totally forgot. Start with the jump. I was wondering why I wasn't getting as much points. Alright, so, you know, towards the beginning, you do it. So technically what you want to, you don't even need to do the burning spear. Just jump in. As you can see, you're still getting 378. I mean, that is still a significant amount of damage. So you don't need the burning spear. The burning spear is another ability that you need to change out for something else. Some people use different abilities. You know, this is one you can use. There's another one where you do like that demon dash. Then there's the other one where you breathe the fire. Those are abilities you can change in and out for different things. This is just a combination that I like. So, I mean, it's up to you. But this is like one of my favorite combos to do right now. Very simple, easy to pull off. I know I didn't do it there, but... $438. I mean, come on. Now, again, you can do this with the crushing blow. Remember the crushing blow. Instead of doing 2-1 throw, which is 2-1 in LB or L1, or you can also do X and A. So there's two different moves that you can do for a throw. It's either hold down X and A, which is to me tougher. Oh, sorry, Y and B. My bad. It says Y and B. So it'd be Y and B at the same time. Same thing as YX and LB or LT, or not LT, L1. You throw a button, right? It's just LB on this Xbox or L1. Same thing as if you hit both those together, but you see how it doesn't do it, right? It only does it when you do it in that combo. So it's just the way that the game is programmed. All right, so I'm gonna instead do my favorite one, which is 2-1-2, because that's the one that gives us the crushing blow after 8 hits. So let's amp that sucker up, and here we go. $425. Now look, it's still going, remember? Guys, that's about a 470, no, about 480. So that's a 480, so 48%. We just did a combo that took 48% off. That's amazing. I mean, I absolutely love this game. And there's still other combos that you can do to get even more. So it's completely crazy on everything you can actually pull off here. Again, different ones depending on what you want to do. Because let's say you already used your crushing blow. You can only do it once a match. So if you've already used it, then you necessarily don't want to do it again, like here, right? We've already used it during this match, so we're not going to reset. We're going to wait for our meter to build up because these are 2 meter combos. So we go back into it, we do what we're doing. Okay, that's, you see it right there. There's your crushing blow, and it keeps going, yada, yada, yada. Now you can't do that same crushing blow again. So you have to wait till your 2 meters go all the way back up. You will not be able to do the crushing blow again. once that finally comes up. There we go. There you go. So it's only 400. So you can do that one. You'll get 400 out of it. But why do that one when you can do the one that's even more and start pulling that one off instead of use the other one? So it just makes more sense. But you got to make sure you pull it off. That's also another plausibility right there. Look what I just did. That's over 500. I know this is confusing, but a lot of people don't know how to block this. So this is kind of like a combo, but then the combo stops, but then you can go for a throw. Okay? And a lot of people don't expect the throw. They're blocking because they're trying to figure out how to block this amazing combo you got going on. No one expects the throw. So you just do this. And you just took 550, 550, which is 55% damage. I mean, come on. Like, a lot of people, they're not ready for that because they expect you to finish the hit. They expect you to do that, right? So they're sitting there, and unless they have a good reaction time, they're not expecting the first two hits, and then you just walk forward. Make sure you press forward because you won't be able to do it if you don't walk forward, right? So you do the hits. Sorry. It's tough. See how you got to walk forward? See? You can't do it. So walk forward a little bit and then do it. I'm telling you, most of the time, that is going to work because a single throw is 140. So that does a lot of damage if you add it all together. I mean, there's so many different combos. Oh, it's just so beautiful, man. It's just like there's so many different ways that you can do it. And I've yet to even show you some of the ones that give you even more damage. Because we've been doing a jump in, right? The jump in starts with 90, but you can do 2. So you can go in with, what is it? 2, 3. Jump 2 and 3. It's tough to pull off, but when you get it, you'll see it. So I'm doing it too fast. There we go. That's 112s. So add 112. 415, and it keeps going. Look at it go, baby. And look, he died. He would have died because he bled out. So it's so freaking good if you can actually pull it off. But it is, again, because sometimes, like I said, it's very, very tough to get the timing down. There's so many things that you gotta try to get better at. See, sometimes I don't do the spear, but not the spear, but the teleport right. There you go. That was too high. See, sometimes it just doesn't. Boom. You know, so many different things that you can do. Ah, it's just so... It's awesome. And that's just a basic, simple one. Again, you can't get any more simpler than that. Again, keep them on the ground if you want to. There you go. And you keep them in the air. You can do it twice in a row. So you never get them in the air, and you stay on the offense, and they can't do anything about it because you're just keeping them doing the same thing. That's really, really easy to do. See? We just pulled off a very simple combo with the spear, and because we got over 8 and we finished it off with that specific combo of 2-1-2, we get the amplification. Remember, you just need a combo of 8. It doesn't matter what combo you're doing, you just need a combo of 8. 7 didn't work. You gotta have 8. So again, if you do your burning spear and then do that, you do even more damage, and it continues to go down. There's so many different possibilities on what you can do. So let me show you another really, really cool crushing blow. Very, very easy to pull off with your spear. All you got to do is play a little zoning, right? Be far away. Be about full screen. If you can get this far away, let's say they're trying to zone you and you want to get them back. All you got to do is do your spear, but amplify it. Easy. Look at that. Look at how easy that was. And you can start combos from there. So let's say you do your burning spear, and then you do this. Oh, they're in a whirl first. But I didn't do it. Sorry. You got to do it from the jump. Just do it full screen. I still like to. And then you go into something there if I would have done it correctly. But you can see that's just another way of doing a freaking combo. I mean, it's so amazing. Boom, 337. And I mean, that was simple. I mean, Scorpion's got some of the easiest combos to pull off. All you got to really figure out is timing of when to do these moves. That's all you got to figure out. It's not as hard as you think. It's tough to pull off sometimes. But once you get good at it, I mean, it's like the coolest thing since freaking sliced bread. Look at that 388. Right now I'm trying to learn how to continue that. Because I know you can continue it. I'm just trying to learn how to do it because it's really, really tough to pull off. Because that extra jump in there makes things so tough. Yeah, we were so close. We almost had it that time. Really, really tough. Oh, so freaking. It's tough, but it's so fun to actually say you can actually pull it off. I want to try it at least once. Okay. It's so tough to do that little jump right there, believe it or not. Oh man. So what I'm trying to pull off at the very end is a spear. But I'm amplifying it. So even though I don't need to, because that's what screwed me up, is I don't need to amplify that because I already used both of them. So by the end of that, you already used both of your meters. So there's no point in amplifying it at that point. I wasn't fast enough, but you saw me. Look what I did. I did back, forward. You can see it on my movement, back, forward, X. But I just didn't do it in the correct timing, and it's all about timing. It's just so tough to pull off. Just very, very tough to pull off, as you can see. I think what you're going to have to do in this situation is try to get a hit in there. Sometimes I can get a kick and then do the spear. So like a kick and a spear might actually work. It's just so tough to get that. For me, it is. Probably not other people, but yeah, I can't seem to get the teleport. I got it, but then I didn't get the kick. See, it's so tough. Timing has to be perfect, but that combo will get you like into the 500s. So that's like the top tier of all of his combos. So we haven't even went over one of the biggest things, and that is his fatal blow, right? Fatal blow is very easy to pull off. All we need to do here is change a few things real quick so we can actually do it. So player 2 life percentage, 100%. Mine, we're going to put mine at 10. All right. Here's your get over here. Very, very simple to do. LT and RT. All right, so there it is. We don't need to see the whole thing, but I want to show you, the damage that you're going to be actually doing. So very, very simple, very easy to pull off. It pretty much armors through anything, so they could be doing any move at you. As long as you can pull off the motion of the move, it'll go through whatever they're doing. So if they're trying to hit you, more than likely you'll be able to get through it. Okay, as long as it's not a throw. If it's a throw, more than likely they're going to throw you and you're not going to be able to get it off. So the best thing for you to do is to try to put it into a combo, right? And you've seen all the combos that we've done. Now you'll see, this is probably going to make the video be demonetized, but whatever. Boom. We just pulled off 519. Pretty cool, right? Very simple, and we just did 519. Again, you can do it with any type of combinations. You can do it with the ground combination that we've been doing. Not going to be as much damage, of course. But if you wanted to keep them on the ground so that they didn't defense through it, then there you go. Let's say they had their defensive meter, they defense through it. It still gets you a decent amount of points, more than you would get without it. Because as you can see, if you do it without it, it's only 244. But you would just finish one of the combos, and that way you can actually get something out of it. So it's just up to you what you want to do. I've showed you just a few of the different combos that I actually get into. So you can do 2 crushing blows if you're smart. If you do this one, but you gotta be smarter than that. It's kind of tough to pull off. Ah, come on, Strain. So you gotta get in, get a hit, and then do it. Ah, but we weren't able to do it though. You'd have to do the 2-1-2. And that's where it gets really, really tough to pull off, because that combo specifically is tough to do when you're in that stance. Almost. We got 7. If we would have been able to connect the second hit, then we would have been fine. But it's very, very tough to do. See, we didn't get the combo. If we were able to keep the combo going, you have to not miss one of the hits in order to be able to pull this combo off. So it's pretty tough. Yeah. So because we missed that first one, it makes it just super, super tough. You gotta move forward as quickly as you can. Ah, we missed it. But you get what I'm saying. I mean, there's just so many different combinations that you can do. I mean, there's just like endless amounts of combinations. I mean, look at this. There's just so much you can do. It's just, and I know I'm not really explaining all of those and what they're doing, but all it is just going over your different special attacks. We used the death spin, you know, but remember, if you do this, let's say you do a simple combo. Let's say you do a combo, and then boom, you've got that already ready to go. So you can do it during the middle of a combo. That way, you know you have enough time to actually pull it off. You could try zoning them. If they block it, that's perfect, and that gives you time to actually hurry up and do the down, back, and forward. So this is just to be able to get that burning spear, you know, going, because that's the whole point, is you want to get the burning spear up as much as you practically can. So I just love that one. You can also do the other combo that I haven't talked about in a long while, which is back 1-4-1. right? You can do that during all of this crazy stuff that you're doing. I mean, it's... I didn't pull it off in time, but you got to be super fast when you do it. That's the thing. It's a little bit tougher timing-wise, but... Boom, that's a 412. Just because we switched up one thing, which means you can even switch up another, and you can do this one. Right? So, amp that one. .405. Now remember, all of this uses 2 meters, so you're going to have to wait to do those specific types of combos again until both your meters fill up. If you're looking to only use 1 meter, then your best bet is to do like this. And be stuck with 330, right? Stop it there and be stuck with 330. That's it. Very, very simple, easy to do, and you only waste 1. That's 330, but if you do your or if you do your burning spear, you're at 375 now. So literally, with 1 meter, you can get 375. Okay? And that's not even counting some of the amazing moves that he has. He's got one of the best low kicks. Look at how far away you can actually be. This is a very important move. It keeps them guessing, right? And then if you do like a little jump up, you've got overheads that you can do. There's just so much. It's just so good. And of course, there's everyone knows about juggling. Look at how simple that is. A 153 combo, and all we did was just a amplified teleport, duck, and just keep it. I mean, hit them as many times as you can. There's different combinations that you can do in order to pull it off, but I've showed you a little bit. I mean, I'm not the best, so why don't we actually go into playing one single match here. Win or lose, I might do horrendously bad, but that's okay because I'm still learning. If it's even online right now, I don't know if it is or not, but it might be. Yeah, it's online. All right. So I'll go in, do a versus match, and we're probably going to be playing against someone who is just way better than me, but that's okay. Now, here's the thing. When you... Oh, he declined. He didn't want to play. When you play online, it changes input timing very, very much. That's because there's a thing called lag. So because of that lag, you might enter the buttons, but it might not actually work because there's slight delay in infrastructures and the networks and things like that that just make things very, very difficult. So you'll notice sometimes you're not able to pull off the most amazing moves that you pull off. Why is everybody declining? They don't want to play against me. I don't know why. Trying to get a match on here. No, he's the one that's declined me how many times in a row? I've noticed that there's just a lot more people playing on PlayStation. I have the PlayStation version as well, but... Dude, just play me, man. This guy, he just... There's like 2 people online playing right now, unfortunately. Alright, so instead of doing online, I guess what we'll do is go into the tower real quick. Classic tower. And I'll show you just a few matches. Scorpion. Now this is the Scorpion that I have. He's the one that I created with what you've seen me do. You can see at the bottom below his actual character. He's got the 3 different special moves that I have. If you hit Y or 2, then you can see that I've got Death Spin, Death Spear combo, and Burning Spear in this specific ability. Everything else is normal. So yeah. Just choose medium difficulty. I'm not an expert, and I don't claim to be one. So let's see how well I do against the AI when it comes to pulling off some of these combos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I've tried to make it as fun and entertaining as I can. a little informative. If you like to see other videos like this, please let me know, because I really like teaching these kind of moves, because I'm still learning them, so I feel like it's helping me.
You'll make an excellent slave.
Round 1, fight.
Alright, so you can see we don't have the correct meter right now. Boss is very tough to go up against, man. So look at the overheads. She's got some really crazy stuff. Oh, she still got me in there. You gotta be kidding me. Wow, she won.
Round 2, fight.
That's a wake-up attack right there. What you just saw me do. It's all about that teleport. A lot of things revolve around the teleport.
Fight.
See, that's what I'm talking about. She just burned her meter, so now she can't do that anymore. Oh, that's a sucky one right there. So now you'll see that I'll be able to pull anything off. See? Oh, she got it. I'm gonna use mine. Oh, I didn't need to. Oh. Alright, I'm not going to do any of the fatalities because the video will probably be demonetized for sure. I'll give it one more match. Again, I'm still, you know, I'm not perfect playing Mortal Kombat. I just really enjoyed. I found something that I got really passionate about, like a game that's come out this year that's just made me love games again. And this is one of those games. I've streamed over like 200 hours of this game so far, so it's just so amazing. I love it. See, that's the only thing, is that when you start in with a jump, it unfortunately you'll most likely jump past it. Remember what I told you about before? You can like keep that chain almost going if you go up against someone that doesn't really know what they're doing. But if you go up against someone that does, as you can see, like the AI, it's not as simple. Ah, it's too far away. Not as easy to pull off those 500 combos during a normal match.
Round 2, fight.
Oh, she got me big time.
Finish her.
You get a little better. We'll do, I think, maybe one more. It's just so much fun to play, guys, and I can't recommend enough you guys taking a look at playing this and just enjoying it, having fun. I mean, we went through the story mode. I actually had the final video already complete, and then I accidentally deleted it. And I've just been dragging butt to be able to make that final thing again, because the boss battle at the end is ridiculously tough.
Now I remember you, Scorpion.
I fought Sub-Zero in your Coliseum.
And lost horribly, as I recall. Round 1, fight.
Oh, he's got that behind the throw. It's so weird to pull off. He uses defense. So you do a little poking at the bottom. That way, it opens things up for you a little bit.
You will suffer.
Always mix up the moves.
Round 2, fight.
Oh, I gotta miss that, dude. You like my moves here? Oh, I can't. Like I said, I don't know. It's just sometimes you just can't pull things off that you think you would be able to. Use this once again. Oh. Oh, you missed it.
Finish him.
Heck, I might as well go ahead and finish the tower piece. I think I'm gonna have a pretty rough time against the final boss. She's actually really, really tough. I can't even... Chronica, right? What I really want to do is I want to pull off that amazing one. See, I haven't even used my burning spear because I only started using it a few days ago, so I'm still not used to actually activating it.
I admire your familial devotion.
Nothing else matters to the Shirai, Ryu.
It is a trait the Oshtek share.
Round 1, fight.
See, you have to get it off first. That sounds awful, but oh, so I would have been okay. Oh man, it messed up my timing. Every single time I try.
Round 2, fight.
You gotta find a good time to do it because you leave yourself open. I gave him a little bit of a mercy. Mercy's easy to pull off. If you want to give the other person a shot to come back and still win, gives you extra points too. Then you just hold down LT or L2, and then you press down 3 times from about mid-range. Now, again, Scorpion is not my main, so he's not someone that I've played with all the time. I play all the time with Kung Lao. I've only just started to really focus on Scorpion. So I know Kung Lao better, and I pull off his moves significantly better. But, yeah, I'm just not quite there with Scorpion just yet, but, you know, practice.
I have been expecting you. Your life, your name, they will be wiped from history. Come, it is time to die.
Now, unfortunately, she's kind of an RNG, because she does a lot of that. Yeah. See? She's ridiculous. Look at this. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense, some of the things that she does. It's very cheap. You really, if you want to win... Alright, so we're going to go ahead and restart. If you want to win a match with her, literally, you just got to button mash, and you got to button mash one simple combo, and check this out. You saw how we just got our butt kicked because we were actually trying to do combos, or to do our normal combos. Just got to do this. See? Again, all you gotta do is just do that one simple combo, and that's what I found that works. She's kind of a cheap character, like the old school games, you know, like Shao Kahn. There you go. That's how you can beat her. Otherwise, you're just going to lose. Trust me, any of your combos, you can't pull them off. She's not a character that you can get her to juggle in the air. You can't throw her, so she's definitely going to be demonetized for this video, but that's okay. Let's see if that works.
I made my future self a promise that I would not stay mired in the past. But once I controlled the hourglass, I could not keep that promise. I had to restore my family. Over and over, I crafted the sands of time. Yet in every new timeline, my family's tragedy repeated. I was powerless to change it. After eons, I learned the truth. Kronika was not alone. She was one of many titans, each more powerful and ancient than the Elder Gods. It is they who conspire against us. Myself, my family, we are pawns in their game. Why? I do not know. But I will find out. And then I will have vengeance.
There you go, ladies and gents. We have completed her tutorial, or his tutorial. We went through, learned some stuff, showed you just a few of his combos. I didn't even go over everything, right? I didn't even show you some of the other combo starters and other moves. I just showed you the ones that I find the best opportunity to use. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. Very, very long video for Mortal Kombat 11. Again, let me know if you guys want to see other ones like this. and I will be more than happy to show you some other characters. Love you all. Take care of yourselves. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Peace out.